1, 2, 3.
Hi! This is AP Lit Vlog.
Yes.
From the year from the class of
2010,
2011. Woo! We're done with the AP exam.
Yeah.
So we just thought we would give you some advice because when we went into AP Lit, we wish we had known these things and we want to help you out.
Yes.
Speaking of analysis, in-depth analysis is a crucial part of AP Literature. So when it comes to in-depth analysis, first remember that try to read between the lines. Look for connotations, look for insinuations, look for subtleties. Don't take everything for face value.
Just make sure that you guys space out the workload accordingly, like especially when you're reading, because once you get behind on the reading, it's really hard to catch up. Like for books like Heart of Darkness, for those really comprehensive and like, oh my gosh, like mind-boggling books, if you get behind, it's really hard to catch up. And even if you rush to catch up, like when you're rushing, you don't really catch the subtleties and the insinuations that Jane was talking about. So, like, pacing yourself has a lot to do with really catching those subtleties and nuances. So, just
make sure that you guys, it's on you to go on the College Board site and practice the actual test by yourself, because in class you're gonna be too busy like writing essays and reading books and all that stuff, so you won't have time, like you're not going to take much time in class to solve multiple choice and like write essays in that free response style that you do in the actual test for the exam.
Mrs. Reiko is gonna make you guys familiar with soapstone and like KiwiCast, and just like really do that. Like you're gonna consider like themes or symbolisms or any other literary devices, and by doing that you're reading beneath the surface.
Basically, you have to find your own way of annotation, but my way is that I annotate big themes with underlining the text, and then when I have any comments I want to make or questions I want to make, I post-it note it.
And you think about what kind of themes the book encounters and tries the book is focused on. If you really remember that and go deep enough and analyze that theme, when you're writing your essay in your actual test, you'll be able to take that theme and apply it and have a really good essay with a lot of details and a lot of analysis. So it's something to really look for when you're reading.
Okay, so I'm going to talk about Spark Notes.
Spark notes.
Spark Notes. Well, I know it's a common reference for all English students, but it's important to make sure that you're able to analyze the text by yourself, because on the actual AP exam you don't have any reference or anything that helps you, so you need to practice and know how to analyze by yourself.
So lastly, I want to emphasize the importance of plays for the actual AP Lit exam. You've read so many different novels or short stories throughout your high school years, so you don't really remember.
You know the general format before you go and take the test, because like you don't want to waste time reading instructions. So just know that.
And like really pace yourself on the essays, because the first essay is always the poem one, right? And I got really stuck on that one, and it kind of slowed me down for the rest of the essays. So you guys should just, even if you can't sacrifice like everything else for one essay just because you spent a lot of time on it. So just try to move on even though you're stuck on it, and you'll be like fine.
I think one important test-taking skill is that a lot of times you can find the answers to other questions within the test itself. So, like, for example, I remember taking the multiple choice question section, and then we had to move on to the free response section. And then in the free response section, I actually used a passage that I read in the MCQ part as support in my FRQ, because I just like remember like certain lines from it. So like just remember like stay observant, and like I kind of wanted to bring this up before, but I forgot to. Like when it comes to literature, there is no piece of literature that is ever static. There's no piece of literature that ever stands by itself. Almost every single piece of literature is connected to each other in some way. So don't forget to draw outside connections, historical connections, like science connections, anything that'll help your understanding of the text.
Like just to like wrap it up, I think AP Literature class is like really unique in the fact that you have a lot of independence, but because you're given independence, you have a lot of responsibility with you to take responsibility
assignments and anything that will come after for AP exam. So instead of having other like classes, like for example AP World History, AP Econ, like there's a constant mock test and constant like reminder for you to do projects and assignments. Whereas AP Lit, you're given a long-term project, but it's really up to you how to manage the time. So enjoy the independence at the same time. Know that with great responsibility comes with these independence and freedom. But overall, like I really enjoyed AP Lit class, and hopefully you guys enjoy it too for the next coming year.
Alright, thank you.
Thank
and
you.
Good
Good luck.
luck.
Good luck. Congratulations.